good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. It's plant cleaning day, and that means I'm going to be making sure everybody has water, putting Laura back on the floor because she's still up there from when I vacuumed on Monday, and making sure that the bug situation is getting handled. By the way, it is much better. I am getting most of them taken care of, which is very exciting. They're not near as annoying as they have been. And I'll be getting the water changed in the plants that live in water and just making sure everybody is doing okay. But right now I'm gonna go do my 5K for today and probably get the little tomatoes that I planted yesterday outside because it is rainy today and it is very cloudy. So I think they'll do really well out there. So yeah, I'm gonna get those guys outside and then I'm going to get started taking care of all my plants. But I wanted to say good morning and I hope you're having a good day so far today. All right, little guys, you ready to go outside? I'm gonna try and bring them both outside at the same time. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna try anyway because I don't want to take 2 trips. I got it in 1 trip. Also, this is how little Maple Tree is doing. She has a lot of water, but she's doing well. Good luck, little ones. Enjoy the rain. And now that those guys are outside, I'll get started taking care of my plants. These guys definitely need a lot of care. These are the propagated petunias that I have. I need to trim off quite a few of the flowers that have wilted, but otherwise they're doing good. It looks like they might need a little bit more food, but otherwise they're doing good. I need to change these guys' water. This is a couple of money trees that I'm trying to propagate, but I don't know if they will or not. And some of the sweet pea that I trimmed off before it got totally infested with the bugs, and it's still actually doing okay, so it might actually grow roots. I'm not sure. It's been in here since I trimmed it, but I still have a little bit of sweet pea, which is very exciting. This is my other propagated money tree that I have, the one that has been moved into soil. This little guy's name is Tyson, but it is doing so well. I'm so happy about that, but it doesn't need any care today. I just wanted to show you. This is where the money tree propagations came from. This is the main plant, but yeah, this guy obviously is also doing really well. And then I have a little tomato tree over here that has been in my room for quite a while that's propagated with another little one that I propagated a couple weeks ago just to see if it would take, and it looks like it did, but that little one doesn't need any care today. Maybe just a little bit of water, but otherwise it's all good. And this tomato plant doesn't need any care besides the fact that I'm going to be changing the water. It doesn't need to be trimmed. And my original petunia, she definitely has a little bit of leaves that need to be taken care of, but she's starting to get a much better color, which I am so grateful for because I was getting so worried that she wasn't going to be okay. And these guys don't need any care because I just gave them some water, but I'll show you them since I'm here. These are the marigolds, and they are starting to get, what, their 3rd set of leaves, I think, starting, which is super exciting. They're starting to look like marigold. The dill obviously is also doing amazingly well, and the basil is also doing really well. It's funny how there's more growing on one side. I have no idea why that is. It's just how they're growing. There might have been more seeds on that side or something. I have no idea, but it's doing well. And the zinnias are starting to get their 2nd set of leaves. Like this little one down here, you can see has its 2nd set that are opened. And the little colorful leaves are doing better now that they're over here too. They were okay in the window with the natural light, but I think they prefer this light more. And I think it's time, because that little guy is pressed up against the top, I think it's time to take the top off of the lunaria finally. There you go, little ones. Oh my, there are quite a few that are sprouted. That's exciting. Everybody is officially sprouted and now without the lids. That is super exciting. Good luck, little ones. I'm sure you're gonna do great. And because I haven't shown you them in a while, these are my lucky bamboo. This one has a little bit of root rot for some reason, so I'm gonna be taking quite a bit of care on that, but hopefully it'll be okay. And this one over on the end here also isn't doing well, so I'm gonna see if I can bring that little one back, but I don't know. That one's propagated from the smaller one over there a while ago, but yeah, it's not doing too good, so I'll see how I do there. And then I need to take care of the big guys, root rot, and that'll be all of the care that is like somewhat time consuming. I'm gonna get started on getting everybody cleaned. That's the before, and I'll show you if any major changes happen with any of the plants. Like mostly I think the petunias that I showed you first will have the biggest change, but otherwise I think everyone's gonna look the same afterwards. Not much of a change with any of the plants at all today, but this is probably the biggest one. I just trimmed off the flowers that were wilted, and that's literally it. Otherwise all of the plants stayed exactly how they are. So yeah, no real updates to show you, but they are all clean now and taken care of, and it always makes me happy being able to take care of them and, you know, make sure that they're happy. I did give these plenty of food again because their color is a little bit off. I'm still getting used to the new food that I am feeding my plants, so hopefully I'll figure it out sooner rather than later, because they aren't the best color, but they are super healthy, so I don't know. I guess they're doing okay, but I'd rather them do really well. Actually, there is kind of a big change with one of my plants. My really tall bamboo that I showed you earlier with all the root rot, yeah, only one little root is left, and I had to actually cut the bamboo because it was just completely rotted and really gross and squishy and stinky and everything. I honestly don't know how this little one was still alive. Hopefully it will survive with that one teeny tiny root. And I also finally put Laura back on the ground, so she's back in her proper home. Up there on the bathtub was fine too, but she wasn't getting the proper light because my shadow's kind of in the way a little bit. But you can see that she gets light up there, but not as much when she's on the floor. She uses the light that the tomatoes and the petunias use, and it kind of casts the light over there, so that's how she's getting the light that she needs. She prefers it darker anyway. She just loves this spot. This is the only spot that she's finally been happy. But yeah, I finally remembered to put her back on the ground. So those are the 2 or 3, I guess, plant changes this week. It has been raining outside all day today. It's a very nice gentle mist rain, and it's just been like the perfect day for the tomatoes outside, the ones in the garden and the ones that I just brought out. Yeah, I'm very glad that I replanted them or repotted them yesterday, so that way I could get them outside today, because this is going to be like the perfect week for them. They're going to have the best chance possible, because I think tomorrow also is going to be rainy, and then it's supposed to be cloudy and very, very mild temperatures for them to get used to being outside. And with the temperatures, it was cold today. Perfect for the tomatoes, but it was cold today. I already knit one of the rows, and we have to go all the way back down into the green yarn. Thankfully, it's not the blue yarn, it's just the green, but it is kind of fun having this little green stripe that's going to be here. I don't think it's going to be as cold tomorrow as it was today, but I don't know. It might be green again tomorrow as well. But even with that, I still very much enjoyed today and all the rain and everything. It was just a very, very nice, quiet, calm, and very dark day. I don't think I mentioned it, by the way. The roots on the petunia that are in the bathroom back there, the main petunia plant where all the little propagations came from, the roots are starting to regrow, thankfully, this week. They are still not looking great, but they're not rotted or anything. I was able to cut off all the bad ones last week, and some new healthy ones are growing, so that's going to be very helpful for her and help her come back healthy again, and hopefully she'll start to look good again, because yeah, I think I definitely was not feeding the plants near enough, which is unfortunate, but I definitely learned that lesson. They need a lot more food than I thought with this new stuff. I still need to figure it out, obviously. Oh, one of the money tree propagations that I have in the water with the sweet pea, one of them has a root on it, actually, so that one's actually alive. I was not expecting to find that. I don't know if the other one is going to. That one's looking a little suspiciously like it's not doing well, but the one has a root on it. I know I'm already done knitting, but I think I forgot to say anything that I did today besides taking care of the plants, and honestly, that's all I did today was take care of my plants, and I very much enjoyed getting to take care of everybody. It just makes me, I know I said it a little bit ago, but it just makes me happy being able to take care of them and, you know that they are cared for, and hopefully it's helping them be happy as well, so that's why I enjoy it so much. And this is what the blanket looks like for today. I don't know if I'll be able to show you too well. You might have to wait a couple of days to see it, but right here the yarn is like super thick, and I don't know why. It's gonna make the blanket very interesting in that spot in the future. It's not like it's a bunch of extra yarn that I got like knotted up there or anything. It's just like that section of the yarn is really thick for some reason. That piece of green is going to have a very weird bump on it in the future, but I'll be able to show you that a little bit better once it gets a little bit further down on the blanket. I am not far enough back. There we go. This is what all of the blanket looks like for today. I seriously can't believe how far back I have to move to hold this thing to show you it. And I'm also very confused as to why it's not super heavy. I thought this thing would be much heavier at this point. No, it's a very, very lightweight blanket. I am very happy about that, because that means it's going to be less likely to start bending the needle, which I know it will in the future because the weight on it and the time that it's going to be spending on there, because it is just a wooden needle, and it's going to happen. So I'm grateful that it's so light, so that's not going to start happening already. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today while I took care of my plants. I enjoyed getting to show you all of them and how they're doing and stuff. And as for tomorrow, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing. It's probably just going to be a calm day again, besides just like my normal everyday stuff. Maybe I'll ask Dan to play Sims with me. That might be a good thing to do for the rainy day. If we don't do that, I have absolutely no idea what I am doing, but I will figure it out tomorrow. And as for today's video, thank you again so much for watching. I hope you had a good day today, or are having a good day today, no matter what you're doing. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you're having a good day today, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.